Hey, thanks for watching another Java with John AZ. Very much appreciate it. It's the end of the year, so this one's for business owners and managers um, getting set up for the coming year. Now, some of the concepts I talk about for business also applies to households too. You may not necessarily have employees, but you have family members. So that's just something to keep in mind is because whether you're talking your business, talking your home, you want to make sure you're planning out for the coming year, or even yourself personally. You want to make sure you got a plan for you as well. So, one of the things I've always told people is, um, first of all, keep a journal of everything that's happened throughout the year. But what you want to do is take a honest look at the year that's ending and the current year you're in, because you want to see what you achieved and what you missed. And the reason why I say journal is because people forget what they've done throughout the year. And we have a tendency to focus on what wasn't done, what bad things happened, all the negative. We forget all the good things that happened and all the good things we accomplished. Because you need to celebrate your accomplishments, the big ones, the grandiose ones, because those are achievements. So, with things that we didn't get done or anything that may not have gone as we planned, you learn from it. How can we make it better? What can we do for the coming year? So this way you at least know where you stand. And by the way, every day I ask myself, what went right? What could I have done better? Because that's how you make tomorrow a better day. That's a completely different topic. So now that you know what's happened this current year, now you have to set your goals and your action plan for the coming year. And it's a matter of where do you want to be at the end. But you don't want to look strictly at the end. You want to break down the goals into manageable segments, biteable, eatable. So how do you eat an elephant thing? So for business, common goals are, sales figures, more sales, more revenue, increased customer count, better customer retention, things like that, measurable items. And this helps you track where you've been. But when you're setting goals, there's more than just the business matrix. You want to be able to set goals for training, for instance, for yourself, for employees if you have it. What do you want to accomplish? Because you are only as smart as your business, especially if you're a business of one, solopreneur. So make sure that you're invested in yourself, your employees. Certainly worthwhile to do that. So you build in training into your goal setting as well. Same with buying new equipment, new computers, new software, whatever it might be. You want to make sure that you have that planned out as well. When to buy it, when you want to have it ready to go. If you're a business that has your own building, facilities, when if anything needs to be repainted, any major projects, any major capital expenditures, whatever it might be. For restaurateurs, retailers, I always suggest a new coat of paint every 4 years or so, just to make sure everything looks spruced up, looks good. The reason why you want to know what your goals are, as said in the beginning of this part, you want to know where you want to be at the end of the year, but you want to track things in smaller increments. Easier to make adjustments as you go, whether it's by the week, the month, the quarter, whatever it might be. So once you know what those goals are, write down the action steps. How are we going to get more sales? How are we going to retain more customers? How are we going to get that big dump truck for a construction company? Write those down. And then what you want to do is you want to share it with your managers if you have them, and your key staff, again, if you have that. If you're a solopreneur, just write it down and use that as your check mark, your way to track what you're doing. Now that you know what's happened and where you want to be, the next step is creating your budget, because money is one of the two biggest biggest important drivers that anybody has, whether that's for business, home, personal, whatever it might be. You want to set a practical budget. Don't go crazy thinking, expenses are going to be way, way high or way, way low. Same with revenue and income, how you're going to be able to do that. Some prices will go up. You can kind of figure out what things will be going up in price, kind of predict how what kind of revenue you might be expecting. It's a little more challenging to do both in a crappy economy, I realize, but do what you can. When for your business, this is also a good time to look at price points. If you have any products and service offerings, if you can improve on some, add more, remove some of the ones that nobody's buying or have lost value to customers. Look at your sales channels if you have them, if any affiliate programs might have. Anything that impacts revenue or expenses, that's what you want to take a look at too. So same with your house, with your home, what's going to be impacting expenses with the home. Painting, any type of new appliances, whatever it might be. Some other things to consider, both for budget and for coordinating your new year. First of all, obviously for me, top of the list is your marketing plan. Most business owners and managers will cut marketing when they have to reduce expenses, which is the worst thing you can do. You have the customers that you have the publicity, the brand, the name recognition you have because of the marketing plan you put in place. If you remove that, it's going to be that much harder for everyone to find you who's a new customer or potential new customer, and your existing customers could possibly forget about you. So you want to definitely make sure that you have the marketing plan in place if you really want to go bold. As I've done in bad economies, I've increased my marketing budget to be able to get more of the pie, as the saying goes. You're going to want to look at in the coming year any new laws, any new rules, regulations, paperwork, documentation. Government always finds a way to create new taxes and create more red tape. Not going to go off on any type of rant. I'll save that for another day, but you want to take a look to see what's going on, especially new ordinances, zoning restrictions, things like that if you have a physical building. This is a good time to talk with your tax or your legal advisor about such things. Your insurance representative. If you have your own building, again, the value of the building may change, so you want to make sure that you have proper insurance coverage. Any of your assets, you want to make sure you have proper coverage. Maintenance as well. If you have a regular maintenance routine, if you got any new equipment over the previous year or anything new has changed, now's the time to look at your maintenance and preventive maintenance schedule. This is also a good time to take a look at your first aid kits. Make sure everything there hasn't expired. Replenish, replace as needed. If you have your own physical building, again, fire extinguishers and your AED defibrillators probably have a service that comes in. Make sure both of your fire extinguishers and your defibrillators are working. Otherwise, that's something you're going to have to check for yourself. Same at home. Make sure that you have a fire extinguisher at all times. Make sure it's still working. There's a lot of, you have a lot of assets to look at. So make sure that you're covering all those bases as well. So you want to, I mentioned earlier about setting, when you're making your goals and actions, set time, plan out your budget, your training programs, whatever it might be. You as a business owner or manager need to schedule your vacations. You deserve it. So take time for you. You need to boost yourself, and vacations do that, because dull work, no play makes, well, never mind. Go a dull boy. But if you're refreshed and energized, that'll ripple through your business. Your employees will feel it. Customers will feel it. And again, you deserve some time away, some time off, especially for solopreneurs. Make sure you're scheduling your getaway time easy enough, because especially if you work from a home business, it's sometimes too easy to blur the lines between home and work. Your family deserves it too. If you do family vacations or have friends that become family like I do, this is the time to plan that out. A lot of the things I mentioned, I am talking a calendar year. Budgets are obviously done in a fiscal year, whether that is a calendar year or some other time frame. Keep that in mind. But at the end of the calendar year, one thing you'll definitely want to do is thank your customers and clients. Send them an appreciation note, well wishes for the coming new year, or Christmas, whatever holiday you might celebrate. So, but make it a sincere message. It's got to come from you. It's got to come from you and your staff, if you have them. You don't make it a sales pitch. Don't include product information. No call to action. Make it a sincere and genuine thank you, sincere and genuine Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, whatever it might be. That goes a long way. If you want to take it a next step, handwritten notes. Handwritten notes, put in the mail, works great. So try that as well. So the key to making sure that you are set for the new year is to have a plan. And this way you have something to follow. You know what you want to do. You have it all laid out. You're not panicking. Oh my God, I got to do this. All you have to do is follow it. You have measurable markers, so you know if you're achieving it. Make adjustments as you go. And again, make your adjustments throughout the year. So if the end of the fiscal year, the end of the calendar year, whatever it might be, you're not going in a panic trying to get more sales, more customers, whatever it might be. Incremental adjustments as you go. So hope you found this helpful. I've got the cup of coffee and my professional scooter mug. So one of my goals next year is to get a motorcycle again. So Cat Stevens is walking around, but I'm not going to pick him up. But I'm sure he says hello to you. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, great week, and a great new year.